Singapore now with Katie, Quinn, and Alex, and we've left Japan. And in a few days, I'm going to be going to Australia with them and seeing a bunch of people that I feel like I haven't seen in so long. And I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I feel like my time in Japan was so fun because I just went to visit Katie and Quinn and we spent so much time together, and I feel like it was really nice to just like live their life but also like do little trips or little like fun excursions. And yeah, I feel like we just did a bunch and it was so fun. Yeah, I definitely want to go back and visit them. I feel like there's still so much to do. Yeah, a part of me felt like I wanted to like move there or live there with them too. And I definitely felt this way when I visited Korea with Mingdi. I know that like for both times I felt like when I left, I was like, okay, I don't really need to live there. I think it's more of a fun place to visit, but it definitely like crossed my mind. I think just because there's so much to do. Like it's just such a big city and I feel like there's so many different things and it's so dense compared to the States. But yeah, I think why I enjoyed my time so much in like both Japan and Korea was just because I was constantly with like Mingdi and I was constantly with Katie and Quinn. And I know if I like moved there, it'd be a totally different experience. And in a way, I feel like it wouldn't be as exciting or memorable because that would just be everyday life, if that made sense. Like it's only special because it's like limited and because like I'm literally spending every day with like these people that I love and care about. But I know if I like lived somewhere, it's like that's everyday life and it's no longer kind of as special. And I know I wouldn't like, I don't know, be looking forward to things as much because I'd probably be working and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I feel like I just love that there's so much to do, so much to see, so much to eat, like all these cafes that I can go to. I can go to a different one like every day. But I don't know, thinking about it, I'm also excited to go back to Seattle and just kind of chill and do things that kind of go back into a routine for me. Because like I said in a bunch of my other vlogs, like I really like routine, but I also really like just looking forward to things. And here it's been so much of like, I'm so excited to do this and eat this, and yeah, I don't know, but I definitely feel like it'd be fun to just live in Asia where I just would feel safe walking around and the public transit is so good. And yeah, I don't know, just some random thoughts. Okay, I've been vlogging a lot and editing a lot recently, and I've just been thinking about like why I like it so much and what motivates me to do it. I know that when I first started vlogging, I recorded myself kind of explaining why I wanted to start it, but I never like got to editing those videos because I just like had so many like accumulated that I just kind of was like, okay, I'd rather, you know, edit what I have now and then go back to those later, but I never did. So it's really interesting. I don't know, I might just go back and like edit that video or try to just like reflect on what it was that made me want to do this in the first place. But if I remember correctly, I think it's that I just wanted to like document stuff because I felt like my life was just going by and I didn't have a good way to remember it because I always hated taking photos, and I felt like videos were like a better way to capture it. And I think that's like the main reason as to why I started. But now why I keep doing it and what I like about it is it's super like engaging for me to like really be in the present and like see what I see and appreciate like the beauty of it in a way. And if there's something that I really like and what it looks like, I want to like capture it with the video because I hate pictures still kind of. And I think in a way it makes me more engaged with what I'm seeing or doing. And it's like me being more mindful in a way. But I know there are times where I get so caught up in taking like a good video that I'm like not really taking in the moment or being in the present, if that makes sense. But like another thing I realized is when I look back on some of the vlogs, I like really remember and feel like the mental state that I was in at that time, just because I think like the context like triggers memories. I don't know. And I think like in a way it's become this like outlet for me where I can express my thoughts after I think about them and organize them, and it like in a way forces me to organize my thoughts so I can say it in a video, so it's like comprehensive, and it's a good way for me to like release my thoughts and put them aside so that I don't continue to like ruminate or dwell on the negative ones, especially. But same thing with my journaling. I think my vlogging has become an outlet for me to also express like positivity and like gratitude, aside from like all the sad vlogs where it's just like me trying to get my thoughts out there and, like I said, like put them behind me once I record them and like reflect on them once I edit and rewatch them. Yeah, I don't know, I've really enjoyed doing it, and I think like it's good to have clips of what I'm doing, but also I think it's really important for me to just have clips where I'm monologuing. And I think sometimes when I'm super busy, I like don't have these monologues, or I'm not, recording my introspective or whatever thoughts. But yeah, I feel like the vlogs that are the most interesting to like look back on and even edit are the ones where I'm recording my thoughts or saying something about how I feel at that time. But yeah, just some more like recent thoughts about my vlog, or in regards to my vlogs. I think now they've become a little bit of a chore because I'm just so behind on all of the videos that I took, that I think like maybe in the future I can take like fewer videos and still remember the memory that I'm trying to capture, if that makes sense. Like on one hand, I was like, I feel like I should record things that are still ugly just to remember what I was doing, or like record and capture the memory I want. But at the same time, it's like maybe fewer, better quality ones is better, because then I don't have to go through like a million clips later on and be like, oh my god, I took so many, why? But then a part of me is like, oh, I took that many videos because I was like, I really love what I'm looking at, especially like videos on the train or whatever. Another part of me also has been thinking that when I look back on the negative vlogs, or like the ones where I'm sad, it's like something I also don't really want to like re-feel and re-remember, because I definitely like re-feel all the sad things once I watch them. And when I look back on the happy ones, it makes me so happy to like watch them. So I'm like, maybe I should just, only vlog the happy things. But then another part of me is just like, I don't want the social media or the content that I necessarily create to reflect only the positive things, because I feel like that's so false. Like, I'm like actually really sad a lot of the times, and I feel like my vlogs should kind of reflect that. And a part of me has questioned in the past like how honest I really should be in these vlogs when it comes to like the things I feel, and like how I react to what people say and do. And yeah, I don't know, it's like everyone gets sad, and like a lot of the times you are sad because of your own insecurities with like your friends, your relationships with your family. And it's like I don't want to, what's the phrase, like air dirty laundry. Like I don't want to like talk shit, but at the same time I want to be genuine and true to myself and like say what makes me feel sad, because it's like such a real human thing. And I feel like those things should be shared, because the more they are shared, the more accepting it is. Like I feel like that's why mental health is so taboo, and it's only now becoming more of a thing to be spoken about because people speak about it more. And yeah, I don't know, just some random thoughts. Okay, last thing I'll say is a note to my future self. So, future Jessica, if you're watching this, just remind yourself that when it comes to people and relationships, like things will never be fair. And even in life, like things are never fair. And I think you know that and you realize that, but I think sometimes you just have to be reminded. And I think that's a lot of things. Like I feel like deep down, if I know something, sometimes I just need to be affirmed it, like, externally, or like there just needs to be some like validation that that is true, no matter how much I can convince myself. Yeah, I think like the most important thing for you, me talking to myself, is that because in your life you value your relationships with your friendships and you just want to live a happy life where you spend time with the people that matter the most to you, I think that you just need to focus on surrounding yourself with people that you feel secure around and you feel like you can be yourself and you can make mistakes. Everyone's human and nobody's perfect and we're all going to make mistakes, and you're gonna make other people feel bad and you yourself are gonna feel bad, and I think that's totally okay as long as you're with people who you trust and you feel like you can be yourself around, and you can mess up and that's okay because it's all a learning experience and you're just gonna grow from it. And I think that's all you have to kind of focus on, is surrounding yourself with people who make you feel like you can be your true entire self and they won't get mad at you for it. I'm gonna go edit my vlog somewhere and then meet up with Katie and Quinn and Alex for dinner probably. Okay, bye.